your girl Nisi.
And your girl Lala.
And of course, we're back with another
Shop Talk.
With your favorite.
Yay.
So anyway, we have a couple of things that we're going to go ahead and discuss today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So
yeah, what's on the agenda?
So, I kind of do want to talk about the, what I was mentioning to you about the whole double standard thing, because you know you had that whole thing going on with R. Kelly with the women, the girls that he did it to, and there's this uproar and everybody's angry.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you hear about how these school teachers are doing this with these boys, these little boys, you know, like I think the last one that just got arrested, it was like a 13-year-old boy.
Where was that?
I don't remember what state it was in. Don't get me the lying. But she was messing with. She was a married woman and everything, but she was messing with a 13-year-old boy, and it came out. And what I'm noticing is how it seems like when it comes to the little girls, there's more of an outrage about it being done compared to the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I'm looking at it, I'm outraged all the way around because they're kids.
Right.
Like you're taking away their
these women are still being prosecuted though. They're being taken to jail and prosecuted.
They're being prosecuted, but think about it. Do they lose everything like the men do? Like most of these women get out, they still have their lives. They can still go out here and like as if nothing happened. But a man, like, and then like think about R. Kelly. Like not saying what R. Kelly did was right, but like this man, while he can't even perform right now to make ends meet because everything's being taken from him. Like I get there's a difference. It's that, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah. I mean, still, like his livelihood's being taken from him. And he hasn't even been prosecuted as of yet. And in the last case, I mean, granted, I believe he did it, and I know that.
But you have to think that's a grander scale. That's a grand scale. You know, when it comes to these artists and these people, you have to keep in mind, you know, they're famous, so everything is on a much larger scale and under a microscope. Versus, you know, your everyday people. And like I said, I don't know what I would have to go back and do my research because I have to take the time to look up, you know, some of these specific cases and look up to see, because, you know, I don't know what their life is like when they get out. And 9 out of 10 being that, you know, you're convicted at this point, you know, I don't know. You can't just go back to normal life.
Well, and that's kind of like, but see, my thing is like, that's why I said the whole double standard thing, because there is a double standard on how women are treated compared to a man, because like I told you, like if they find out a little boy did it with a grown up teacher, you know what I'm saying? It's all, yeah, like he's getting praised and this, that, and the other. But they're not talking about the teacher like they do the man, like you pedophile, you're nasty, how could you do this to a little kid, and this, that, and the other, and them getting dragged through the mud like a man would, if you get my point.
Yeah, and then too, but like I said, that double standard thing, I mean, it goes both ways too, because a little girl goes and has sex at 14, 15. She's fast. A little boy go.
He the man.
There you go.
But see, that's where people get mad at me, because like I hear about a little boy, I'm like, oh, you little hoe. And they be like, no, he not. I'm like, oh, if a girl can be, you can be too. Like right. There's no double standard in my eyes when it comes to that. Like,
right. So I mean, like I said, I'm looking at it at, you know, both perspectives, but wrong is wrong regardless.
That's why I sit there and look at it and like, wrong is wrong. Just like, tell me why. I don't know if you watched the interview yet.
No, I haven't.
But tell me why R. Kelly tries to say, well, their parents sold them to me. And I was sitting here, I'm like, but bruh, at the end of the day, regardless of what the parents were willing to do and not willing to do, you know that shit's illegal. Mm-hmm. Or, excuse my French, I'm sorry. You know that's illegal. You know there's a law that says that you are not supposed to mess with a girl under a certain age, let alone like having a girl who is underage and taking her across state lines.
But as we know, this didn't matter to him because he been robbing the cradle for years, girl.
I mean, of course he's been robbing the cradle for years, but in my head I was sitting here like, because like everybody, the thing that's going around right now is trying to figure out like he was sitting there trying to say that they sold, like the parent, I guess trying to put the blame on the parents, but the parents gave them to me, this, that, and the other. It's like, but you still broke a law, like a few laws.
You know what? Look, and let me play devil's advocate, because at the end of the day, I blame the parents.
I mean, of course you blame the parents
in a lot of the situations. Now those girls who, like I said, are 17,
going out on, or even the ones that like, because they're like, one girl, she only lived with her grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then another girl, it was just her mom, her mom, her brother, her sister, and like I think she had like 2 or 3 extra siblings on top of her. So, and then the mom was always constantly at work and working and doing stuff like that. So like in those situations, I don't blame the parents because they got to do what they got to do. They're doing the best that they can, and they're, you know.
No, but that goes back to, you know, even with that being said, I know you're trying to make ends meet, but you have to be present.
I mean,
you have to be present.
That's where I sit there and I say too, you have to kind of think about the whole society thing, because you can be present, but if you're present and you're not able to make the money,
then we blame it on the
community. I'm not blaming it on the community. No. I'm just sitting here saying I'm blaming it on the fact that everything, like, because like think about what you're saying, right? Really, ultimately, that's why I think that saying it takes a village to raise a child, because your parent can't be around you 24/7. Like, they do gotta work. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you're in a situation where you have a single parent, whether it be a man or a woman, you have a single parent. They're the only ones in the house making ends meet. They gotta make sure to work to pay the bills, get you what you need on top of what they need and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's where that. It takes a village. The community should be, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, let's be real, like, but it also depends on where your community is, because you got a lot of, I'm not trying to sound bad when I say this, but you have a lot of like black people who are out for self and they're not trying to help the next.
True. And that's what that's what all they ass was doing with R. Kelly. They was trying to help themselves and stay getting paid.
I mean, but see, my point was, because people might get mad when I say this, but the way I sit here and I look at it is, the only reason that they are coming out against R. Kelly is because of the fact that the gravy train stopped. Because if you think about it, R. Kelly was paying a lot of these people.
He wasn't cutting checks no more.
Yeah, he was paying a lot of people
but
off.
Not everybody want a book deal.
Yeah, well, you know, they trying to get paid, and so they like, well, since I can't get paid off you, I'm gonna get paid off you in some kind of way.
And that's why after about the 3rd or 4th episode, I stopped watching, because like I said, I blame his whole circle around him for continue to encourage the situation.
Well, because that's what I didn't understand is, like, because there was a one person came out, like one lady, and I watched her interview where she came out, and before they even came in, the security guard came in and said, R. Kelly's coming in, pull your dresses up. To her and her friend. So
but he was the same one who was like, well, he told me he wasn't messing with Aaliyah, and I believe him.
No, that's the who you're talking about right there. That was the his prior manager. That was the manager at the time. I'm talking about the security guard, like, and like then like R. Kelly came in and stuff like that, and pretty much tried to go straight to the dude, but like these girls were underage. They were like 16.
So if you ask me, all they asked need to go to jail for collaborating.
Well, but see, and that's what I agree with too, because like some people are like, R. Kelly should go to jail, this, that, the other. I'm like, R. Kelly should go to jail along with the people who were enabling the situation. You know, R. Kelly couldn't read, he couldn't write.
The parents
who was booking these tickets, who was setting all this stuff up for him, and then the parents need to be like looked at too. Like, y'all need, well, I don't know if sending the parents to jail will really do anything, but I'm like, y'all need to have some rights revolt. Y'all need something done.
I mean, but their kids are grown now, so like, what can be done? You know, like R. Kelly said, y'all should have got me 30 years ago.
But here's where R. Kelly's stupid. The only reason they get him right now is the 3 videos or whatever that they got, allegedly got. Like one of the videos, I forget, Stormy Daniels' lawyer came out and he said, you know, they had to watch the video, of course. And in the video, R. Kelly and the little girl are referring to her privates as 14-year-old, you know, coochie, 14-year-old body. Like, you're saying her age on camera. Like, the first time he was able to get away from it because the girl said it wasn't her. You have no, even though people believed it was her, you really have no way of proving it was her and proving the age thing. But now you are literally on camera saying this girl is 14. And then one of the girls who was able to say that she slept with him when she was underage, she had a shirt or something that still had his DNA on it. So now not only do you have you on camera saying the girl is 14 years old, your DNA is on a girl's garment from when she was like a kid. They couldn't get him for the first, because most people were trying to say double jeopardy. I said, no, these are new videos, homie. He got tried for the first video. If they try to try him again for that same video, that's double jeopardy. These are 3 new videos that he ain't never been tried for. So these are 3 new cases against him.
Girl, look. But what kills me is that the fact now he's in jail for child support.
And then this is what I also, because like everybody's entitled to their beliefs, but then here's my point, like, right? What is irritating me the most is how most people are trying to be like, oh, well, if we're gonna talk about R. Kelly, why don't you talk about the white part of it? And like, y'all always want to tear down the black community. I said, no, how about we focus on our black community and getting things right within our own community? Since we know that the other counterparts aren't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not willing to just come out and be like helpful and this, that, and the other. So we got to get ourselves right, and we need to come together as a community within ourselves.
Okay, so going back to the first point that I was making, blaming the parents for starters, because you know you have parents that are absent, and it could be because you know mom's working. Prime example, you know, like you said, single mom, you know, trying to make ends meet. You only have you finally, you know, you get a job, and then, you know, look, me and the kid were just talking about this. You know, she now is at a position.
For the rugged. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. 8-6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the all record, off record. I still count wins when they got it.